Greetings, I'm Demonac, and it's arena time. And the arena has decided to give me literally the last 3 classes that I've played, so on the plus side, at least they're good ones. I guess the one I played less immediately, Shaman.
Earth and fire, heed my call.
Go Shaman again. I want the Manatide Totem. The card drawing is obviously very sweet. You got to keep it alive more than one turn for it to pay for itself. Or you got to keep it alive one whole turn for it to pay for itself, basically. You draw that you replace itself at the end of your turn, but you don't gain anything unless it lives longer than that. I think I'm going to take the Demolisher, though, because mechs are good, and I don't like Raven Head Assassin face. Fire Elemental is awesome. Give me more Fire Elementals. Crusader the Spider Tank. I'm going to take the Spider Tank. I actually really like both. There are advantages either way. Jeez. Flame Juggler is really good for that early game stuff, but I'm going to take the Raider, because he's a death machine, potentially. I like the German Guard, but we're going to take one Bloodlust. Hopefully, I shouldn't need a lot more than one Bloodlust, one would hope. Ogre Brute, he smashes well. Not that fond of these guys, so we'll go Crusher. Yeah. I'm not as sold on him as some people. He can cause a lot of problems. Let's go Fairy Dragon. I don't have a lot of that 2-cost stuff. It's a very good one. I have several mechs, making this much more appealing than it normally would be. Pyromancer's pretty good. Flame Tongue Totem is ridiculously good. It's good to have a Hex. I already have pretty good minions. It's like 3-2 person there is okay with. Oh, Totem Golem. We like that. Don't have dragons. I have a Fairy Dragon, but I don't think I'm going to have enough dragons to make this reliable, although having him as like an extra fire elemental would be pretty good, but I'm halfway through. I have 1 dragon. I'm probably not going to get more. Let's take the annoying Sentinel. He's, of course, much better when you're a Shaman or a Paladin, because it's much easier for you to arrange to have something there. Now, your opponent can still kill all your other stuff first, but, you know, it's easy for you to have some winnies. I have basically no direct damage. Now this is also basically not direct damage. It's like 1. But you can finish something off, and the freezing is pretty good. Whereas I'm not a big fan of Refreshment Vendor. I have a lot of pretty fast sort of beatdowny stuff right now. Battle Cries, I don't. I've got a couple, but I don't know if this guy would hose me that much. But no, we'll take the Frost later. Do another Anubis Seth, but I think I'm going to take the Mech Yeti. More mech synergy. He would also be more mech synergy. Do I want that, or should I go for the pet? Well, let's take him. I don't have a lot of taunt. I'm starting to have a decent number of mechs, although they're mostly mid-cost mechs, but these are garbage cards anyway, so whatever. Wind Speaker is good for game winning and stuff. The spell damage would be good, except I have, like, currently all it's boosting is my Frost Shock. Now, it would be really nice to get some AoEs, and he is another mech. I could use him to trigger some of that stuff, but I'm going to go with the Injured Blade Master. 4-3 for 3 is not bad. If I happen to get a Healing Totem, like there's a lot of luck involved there, but if I happen to get a Healing Totem, then he can actually be bigger. Do I need this sort of cost more, or the Stroman Knight, or even the Mad Bomber? I hate the Mad Bomber, so probably not him. Let's take the charge. It's not the ultimate power in the universe, but it's there. This is a bad row. This guy's kind of strong, but I hate paying so much just for the battle cry that doesn't actually kill something. Although in practice it's actually really good at doing that thing. But he still just feels like he's not that big a minion for 6 mana. This, again, I hate this card, basically. Unless you have ways to benefit from the overload, which I don't, it's really, you're paying so much mana to gain 1 card. It's only useful when you have max mana, almost. I mean, you don't literally have to have max mana, but you have to have so much mana that you can spend that much mana and not spend 4 mana over 2 turns to gain 1 card. So, no, I'll take this, I guess. Yeah, okay, I had a lot of solid rows all the way along and it's starting to get a little weaker now. Maybe we'll get lucky with him, or should I just take Tonto here? I have a little taunt, but very little. It wouldn't hurt to have more. Now he's also taunt, but he's an idiot. He's much larger. Quite a pain I could draw cards from. It'd be good to draw cards. I think this guy's going to do more when I drop him down. I think he's a bigger strategic benefit. I would kind of like the fatness, but we're going to go Annoyatron because I really need that casting cost more, and he's awesome. Ah, this is hard because I'd much rather take the Totem Golem. Even though he has Overload, I'd just much rather have that. But I don't have Totem stuff. I have a whole bunch of mechs. I have two things that want there to be a mech out for them to be good. And this is be like, I have hardly any inexpensive mechs. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the Whirling Zap-O-Matic. I'd rather have the Totem Golem, but I'm going to take him because that's what the deck dictates. Another Bloodlust? I don't think so. I think another Hex is more valuable. There's something that benefits from Overload. Or the Rumbling Elemental. How many battle cries do I have now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I've got a pretty solid number of them. I'm not looking at like, oh, I'm going to do 14 damage. That would be a stupid way of thinking about it. But if I have 7 things with Battlecry, it should not be too hard to get him out and then get something with a Battlecry and do 2 random damage. Now, is it worth that as like a combo, or should I just take the Tunnel Trog who is fast? I have a little bit of overload, very little, but it's some. Or okay, it's like 1. So really, I'm just getting a 1/3 for 1. Is it worth having him just as a 1/3 for 1? He's also a bit of a target because your opponent has to worry that you have way more overload than I actually have. I don't have any like 1-cost stuff. I have a decent number of 2s. Is it crazy? I don't know. I have lots of 4-cost things. I'm not sure he's doing the most. I mean, I could take the Shield Bearer. I'm feeling okay. Like, I don't... It's a 1-cost taunt. He's a very weird card. This is a strange row, because none of these things are bad, but they're definitely not blowing me away. I mean, this into Totem Golem would be an awesome start, but I don't think that's going to happen, because they'd have one of each. See, I go through all those other rows really fast, because, like, I know what I want from this row. I can choose between these things. These are harder, I've had worse rows where I could pick faster, because they were like garbage, 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 I guess I'll take this. This one's hard because they all are medium useful in this context. I'm going to arbitrarily take the Rumbling Elemental, and I'll probably get a bunch of Overload stuff, but Fire Elemental I will definitely take, even though in the previous row I might have taken 2/1 Healing Guy. I have a decent number of mechs. I have no weapons to make him decent, so this seems like the way to go. Well, now I have a weapon. Not only is it good to have a weapon when I had none, but Power Mace is a death machine if you have a mech out, and I actually have a pretty solid contingent of mechs. I got, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them. I may be counting my Tinkers in that. I probably don't have 6 or 7. But, you know, I've got a decent number of mechs. Okay, this deck feels really good because it's got a lot of good minions. The problem is I have no area damage. Now, you can't count on it because the Shaman's area damage is all, like, rare or epic. Friggin' lightning storms, elemental destruction, all that stuff. But it's like, it hurts to not have it. And I don't have that much single target either. I have 2 hexes, so I'm not screwed in terms of not being able to remove a big bad threat. But I have virtually nothing for just blowing up little threats until we get to the point of fire elementals. So there's like a Northshire cleric or something. It's not like I can just blow it up. Hey, what do you know, priest?
The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Okay, that's holy starting hand. I might actually just keep him because he might go with it. I'm gonna pitch him because I could get a Tinker to go with this or something. Okay, I'm not going to complain about starting with all my 2-cost stuff. It is strange. I'll probably get screwed anyway somehow, because I don't have a lot of, like, solid 3-2 type things, but even then I have this guy. The one thing about this guy is I don't want to coin him out. Coining him out will put me in a terrible position. So I'm thinking actually tempted to coin out this thing and try and go for that early damage, but it's probably not worth it. Let's just fight it out. We'll go Fairy Dragon, then Totem Golem. I can keep playing 2s every turn. The Totem Golem will, when he blocks, if I coined him out now, next turn I'd have 1 mana, and I'd be in a really dumb place, as awesome as he is. Yeah, you do that. Now, my opponent might still have a Smite or a Holy, or a Word of Kill Small Things. We don't know, because Fairy Dragon's immune to that. If there's a Shadow Word Pain, then we'll find out really fast, because this guy is, like, screaming to be Shadow Word Pained. 3/4, he is a pretty large minion to be killable by that, especially this early in the game.
The damned stand ready.
Not a Shadow Word Pain. And if that guy's alone, then, I would like to do this. I can't right now. This should be fine. Because smash. He's pretty vulnerable, but this is quite a setup to have. Opponent can't Holy Nova yet, although it'd be pretty strong next turn. Now, I don't have a mech out to get this guy to work, so I could probably put out him. I mean, I'd like to make a totem, honestly, because a healing... Well, no, healing totem really wouldn't do that much for me. Too bad. Yeah, this guy is definitely the thing, because he can protect my jump. Okay, let's do the damage first, and then put this guy in between there. So that he does have the bonus when defending. He can do a lot more damage to the turtle. Immune to spells. Oh, that guy's being interfired? No, no interfire. Ah, goddamn funnel cakes. He's good when you're losing. That is not what you want in a card necessarily. Good when you're losing. Okay, I think I have lethal damage here. Hold on. So I had 10, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Feel the power.
Okay, so my opponent was a little on the slow side, and I had just the absolute perfect draw against a slow opponent. It's a little bit sick. So we'll see what happens when we get into a real match next time. Put the hammer down on that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to Demonet Games for more Hearthstone Arena and other gaming videos.